In all of my videos, I've been telling you about the mutation that is taking place. We are getting mutated. We are being mutated by the sun, and children that are born in the last 12 years came already changed. And now the new children that are born are even more dramatically changed. They already came activated. I honestly feel that children born from the year 2000 on are already mutated, are already activated to a certain point, almost 100%. The next picture you see is of a child in China. It's not the fact that he has blue eyes. The reason for me doing this video is because this child is totally different. He can see in the dark. He has night vision. And also his eyes, when you, well, you know what, I'm going to let you watch the video at the end so you can see what I'm talking about. I have seen an increase on blue eyes in children, and the reason being is because remember the Nordic, the Pleiadians, the extraterrestrials are coming here via, they use, in other words, they are among us. They're coming here and using avatars like these children. I know some of you are going to tell me I'm crazy, but I'm not. I'll show you more so you see. And you're going to have to watch the video at the end so you can see what I'm talking about. This child has the most amazing blue eyes. This black and oriental genes are very strong. Almost impossible to have an oriental child with blue eyes. And and so you see here this child is he has night vision. He's like a cat. The other thing I wanted to show you is that I've been seeing a very strange happening, but before I show you that, I want you to see this is affecting animals. And this happened to me. I have a kitten. Well, actually she's not a kitten. I call her kitten because she's so cute and little. But she's about 2 years old and she had babies. She came from a feral family, and so it was very hard for me to get her to come to me. She would just let me feed her, but that was it. And so she ended up pregnant, and she had 3 babies. But now, you know, they're all happy and they let me pet them, and you know, it takes a long time for a feral cat to trust you. In any case, she had 4 children, 4 babies, and 2 out of the 4 were mutated. They had tails that broken. It looks like it was broken in 5 pieces. You can turn the tails, and it looks like you can turn it into like 5 pieces, because you know the tail is a bone that is very hard. You cannot bend it, but they were able to bend it in 4 or 5 different places. So that happens to me with my animals, and I started to investigate, and I noticed that there's a lot of mutation happening with animals. That the other thing that is very interesting, and I didn't put a video here, look at this dog. I was looking at animal control to adopt a dog when I adopted Jane. Jane has been with me for a year, and when I adopted her, I started looking for animals. This picture here was you can find it at the animal control in Los Angeles. And so I started looking for animals, and I realized, wow, these animals are humans. If you can see this animal here, and I'm going to do video too, because I'm going to show you more. This animal is a human being. I'm sorry, it's just a person there. Wait until you see the next one and you'll agree with me. it's just a human being. And I started to look through all the pictures of animals, dogs, in all the animal controls, because there's so many animals in there suffering. And I started to look, and I was, oh my God, they are human beings. We cannot let them die like that. And it's just impossible. That you have to see that they're human beings trapped in an animal, in the body of a dog. Look at this one. If I didn't, you can go look at these pictures for yourself. You can go to Animal Control Los Angeles, or you can go to any animal control, and you'll see what I'm talking about. If I didn't, it's unbelievable. It looks almost like Photoshop. That's how crazy it is. But I look at my dog, and Jen, she's a human being. I look at my other dog, and it's a human being. And I started to notice that about dogs. They just look at their faces. There's just no way. This is just a person in there. It's unbelievable. These are some of the few that I could show you. And it's very hard to see some of them. But there are so many pictures that it was almost impossible for me to show you all the pictures. But you can see, they just have a face. It's a human being. I don't know if it's just me, but if you look at them, and I'm going to show you more, you're going to be shocked, because you're going to go, wow, it just looks like Photoshop. It doesn't look like it could be a dog. Remember dogs years ago? Dogs look like dogs. Now these dogs look like human beings. And the next group of pictures is going to be about these babies, these children that are coming to homes where you least expected. And I think they want to show us something. It's not just by coincidence that they're coming, because if it was so, they would just come to a white family. Look at this child. It's happening. And I noticed that it's happening in other countries. It's not in the United States, because somehow the extraterrestrials know that if they did that in the United States, the kids will suffer more. People are more close-minded in the United States about these type of things. They would just blame the woman that she was cheating or whatever. This couple, I believe it was in France. Yeah, I think it was in France. This couple, totally black, can't get any more black than that. And look at that baby. They had a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful baby. It's more than just because she's blonde. This is what we call platinum babies. Remember the indigo and then the crystal? These are platinum babies. And I'll explain to you what platinum means. We're entering a fifth dimension. You'll see here, this family is in Brazil, and look at the children they have. Look at those children. If they're not hybrid, if they're not aliens, I don't know what they are. Look at them. Totally. This mother had 3 children that are totally white. Yeah, you're going to say they're albino. No. Look at the hair. She got kinky hair. These kids do not have kinky hair. They're totally hybrid. Okay? Unbelievable. It was in Brazil, by the way. And so the next family excuse me, the next family that you'll see also, the same thing happened. Totally white couple with a black baby. It's just if that happened to you, and you will probably think your wife cheated on you, because it's impossible to have a black baby. Nobody's going to believe them. So they're coming more often. And let me just see how far I'm in here, because I want to show you The next one is a couple in, I think it was in the UK. Yeah, I think it was in the UK. This couple also. The interesting part about this couple is that they had twins. And so the twins, they were born at the same time, but one was dark. They're Arab. They have I think they're English, but they have Arab in their blood. Their origin, ancestry, or whatever. And the children, look at that. One was blonde, totally white, and the other one is just like the parents. They were born at the same time. And so, what are you going to say there? You're not going to say that she was cheating, because, they're just born at the same time. And so, I found this very interesting, because, from what I understand, the extraterrestrials were going to come down to Earth, and they were going to mingle and be among us, and it's going to be the big breakthrough is going to happen after the year 2014. And what better way, that if you have a child, how can you not love your child? And now you find out, it's an extraterrestrial, you're not going to love the baby? Of course you are. Look at this mother. She had, how can you not love your baby? Whether you believe in extraterrestrials or not, you're going to love your baby. So it's impossible that we're not going to get along with extraterrestrials if they come this way. It's easier to come this way. They are the ambassadors. These children are called platinum children, and they are the ambassadors for our brothers and sisters of the galactic world. The same thing with the animals, the dogs. Very interesting. I'm going to do a total separate video about these animals with human faces.
Believe it or not, there's a boy in Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region who has the ability to see clearly in the dark. One day, Song Qiang, an eye specialist at Guangxi Minorities Hospital, traveled to Dahua village in Heng County to visit the boy.
When we arrived, school had just finished. The teacher took us to see Nong Yok Sui's home. We were surprised to find that he had blue eyes, just like Westerners. As we looked closer, we saw something else. In the dark, Nong's eyes would emit a kind of blue-green light when shone upon by a flashlight. His eyes were just like cat's eyes.
生出来两个月啊，2个月，人家就告诉他这个孩子这个眼睛不同我们一样啊。这我都慢慢来看他这个眼睛就是有一点挖。到最后我带他到恒生人民医院里看过啊。他说，有医生说没有紧。 他以后大了，慢慢变的。
As Nong Sui grew, his eyes remained the same color. Since his eyes never bothered him and his sight was good, gradually his family began to care less about them. Time passed, his head teacher noticed something peculiar. If the children were playing outside in bright sunlight, Nong would have to squint his eyes, and he'd complain about blurry vision, but everyone else could see normally. The teacher also heard something astounding from one of Nong's best friends.
到后面呢，这些同学呢就讲了说，他的眼睛啊是猫眼的，他说啊，晚上呢我们用电筒一照他，闪光那个我们都怕了。所以呢，我就问他你晚上看得见吗？可以啊。我说呢，你去捉这个蟋蟀啊，去不去啊？去啊。我们用电筒吗？不用，我就可以捉到了。他这样说。
Just a few days ago, a journalist from Hung County reported on Nong Sui. They performed a test. The journalist wrote down some questions on a piece of paper and gave it to Nong. They then covered a stairwell and used blankets to block out most of the light. Nong entered the room and completed all of the questions, even the filling in of the blanks. Since then, Nong's cat's eyes have become famous.